Good morning. It is Thursday already. Thursday, April 9th, and you're here at Gentle Yoga with Sarah Little and Carrie Ann. Lance had another obligation today, so I've got one yoga model. Ta-da! And we're going to be working on spinal stuff for your back and back body today. And you will need a couple of towels or blankets. Hi, yeah, you made it. A couple of blankets or towels, and possibly a strap of some sort. So if you have a webbed strap, that's awesome, but it's not required. If you have a leather belt or a faux leather belt, that will work as well. So go ahead and grab those things. A couple of towels, something to strap around your foot when we get to the leg end of things. And then once you've got your towels, we're gonna do a little bit of rolling. Of the towels, not of your body. So I just throw me one. I'm gonna have my handy dandy assistant here. Okay, so I took our towels and I folded them the long way first. You see that? Long way first, long and skinny, and then fold again. So it's shorter and skinny, and then we're gonna roll from the folded edge to the open edge. And we're going to use this in two different ways for the upper back, and then we'll probably use it for the lower back in a moment. So we're going to start a little bit slow this morning and do some longer holds in the beginning, and then we'll get moving and do some more active stretches. So I'm going to have, let me make sure that you can see here, but I'm going to have you turn your towel vertically along your mat. So it's running the same direction as your mat. And then I want you to have the end of the towel, when you lie down, I want the end of the towel to hit at the bottom end of the towel, to hit sort of at the bottom edge of your shoulder blades. And the top part of your towel will be, one of your towels will be at your head. So Carrie Ann's gonna scoot towards our windows a little bit more. And then she's gonna have the towel under her. How's that feel?
I'm not a huge fan.
She's not a huge fan, so you might not be either. It's giving her a lift in her back. I'm gonna see, I've got a couple of yoga blankets here, and I'm gonna see if propping her neck a little bit helps her feel a little bit more comfortable.
It's not like it's uncomfortable, it's just weird.
It's weird.
Like a tube.
Okay, it's a tube in your back. So basically we wanna have the shoulder blades framing the towel space, and then you wanna make sure that your chin, I don't know if you can see Carrie Ann's chin, that your chin is not jutting up towards the sky. So that's why I put that second towel, you could use a towel or a blanket underneath her neck space there, okay? And then let your arms lie down at your sides, palms up. And let's start our pranayama technique. So empty out all the way. Fill up your belly. Empty your belly. 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 Add your rib cage in. Fill up your belly. Fill up your rib cage. Feel it move out to the sides. Empty belly. Draw the ribs in. Inhale, belly. Ribs. Let go, belly. Ribs. Inhale, belly. Ribs. Let go, belly. Ribs. Inhale, belly. Ribs. Let go, belly, ribs. Really let your shoulders drop towards the floor. We're gonna add the chest. Belly, ribs, feel your chest lift. Let go from the bottom up. Belly, ribs, chest. Belly, ribs, chest. Let go, belly, ribs, chest. Keep going. Belly, ribs, chest, let go, belly, ribs, chest. Stay with that. Breath. I'm going to start the day off with our poem. It's a little bit of a longer one, and then we will share it again at the end. So this poem is by one of my favorite poets, Diane Wachowski, and this one is called Thanking My Mother for Piano Lessons. The relief of putting your fingers on the keyboard as if you were walking on the beach and found a diamond as big as a shoe. As if you had just built a wooden table and the smell of sawdust was in the air, your hands dry and woody. As if you had eluded the man in the dark hat who had been following you all week. The relief of putting your fingers on the keyboard, playing the chords of Beethoven, Bach, Chopin, in the afternoon when I had no one to talk to, when the magazine advertisement forms of soft sweaters and clean shining Republican middle-class hair walked into carpeted houses and left me alone with bare floors and a few books. I want to thank you, Mother, for working every day in a drab office, in garages and water companies, cutting the cream out of her coffee at 40 to lose weight, her heavy body writing its delicate bookkeeper's ledgers alone, with no man to look at her face, her body, her prematurely white hair in love. I want to thank my mother for working and always paying for my piano lessons. Before she paid the Bank of America loan, or bought the groceries, or had our old rattling Ford repaired. I was a quiet child, afraid of walking into a store alone, afraid of the water, the sun, the dirty weeds in the backyards, afraid of my mother's bad breath, and afraid of my father's occasional visits home, knowing he would leave again, afraid of not having any money, afraid of my clumsy body, and I knew no one would ever love. But I played my way on the old upright piano, obtained for $10, played my way through fear, through ugliness, through growing up in a world of dime store purchases and a desire to love a loveless world. I played my way through an ugly face and lonely afternoons, days, evenings, nights, mornings even, empty as a rusty coffee can. Played my way through the rustles of spring and wanted everything around me to shimmer like the narrow tide on a flat beach at sunset in Southern California. I played my way through an empty father's hat on my mother's closet and a bed she slept on only one side of, never wrinkling an inch of the other side, waiting. I played my way through honors in school and at the only place I could talk, the classroom, or at my piano lessons, Mrs. Hillhouse's canary always singing the most for my talents, as if I had thrown some part of my body away upon entering her house, and was now searching every ivy case of the keyboard, slipping my fingers over black ridges and around smooth rocks, wondering where I had lost my bloody organs, or my mouth, which sometimes opened like a California poppy, wide and with contrast, beautiful in sweeping fields, entirely closed morning and night. I played my way from age to age, but they all seemed ageless, or perhaps always old and lonely, wanting only one thing, surrounded by the dusty, bitter-smelling leaves of orange trees, wanting only to be touched by a man who loved me, who would be there every night to put his large, strong hands over my shoulders, whose hips I would wake up against in the morning, whose mustache might brush a face asleep, dreaming of pianos that made the sound of Mozart and Schubert without demanding that life suck everything out of you each day, without demanding the emptiness of a timid little life. I want to thank my mother for letting me wake her up sometimes at 6 in the morning when I practiced my lessons, and for making sure I had a piano to lay my school books down on every afternoon. I haven't touched the piano in 10 years, perhaps in fear of what little love I've been able to pick, like lint out of the corners of pockets, will get lost, slide away into the terrible empty cavern of me if I ever open it all the way up again. Love is a man with a mustache, gently holding me every night, always being there when I need to touch him. He could not know the painfully loud music from the past that his loving stops from pounding, banging, battering through my brain, which does its best to destroy the precarious gray matter when I am alone. He does not hear Mrs. Hillhouse's canary singing for me, like the sound of my lesson this week, telling me, confirming what my teacher says, that I have a gift for the piano. Few of her other pupils have. When I touch the man I love, I want to thank my mother for giving me piano lessons all those years, keeping the memory of Beethoven, a deaf, tortured man, in mind, of the beauty that can come from even an ugly past. Let your arms fall down all the way by your sides, and then reach out right and left, and pull your shoulder blades so you're hugging that towel behind you. And then bring your hands overhead towards the ceiling and touch your palms together. Inhale, open up wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale and pull the hands towards each other. Inhale, open up wide. Exhale, pull the hands towards each other. Now, bend your elbows, touch your thumbs to your forehead, and inhale, reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend, squeeze the elbows towards each other, let your thumbs come towards the crown of your head. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbows together, thumbs towards your forehead. Inhale, extend, and open your arms all the way out. We're going to go one more exercise here. Pull your hands up towards the ceiling. Don't let them touch this time. Retract the shoulder blades. So squeeze the blanket behind you. Draw your navel point in and then reach overhead. So your thumbs may come towards the floor. They may not. Yeah, and then as you inhale next time, reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, up overhead. Reach towards the ceiling on the inhale. Exhale, up overhead. Reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, overhead. Bend your elbows, come out into cactus. See if you can drop your elbows towards the floor and get a bigger stretch across your chest. 2 more breaths, stay with it. And then go ahead and bring your hands together, roll over to the side. Ooh, and ease yourself up. Okay, the second one that we're going to do involving the towel is the towel is going to turn so it's horizontal against the mat. And this time your shoulders will go to the floor above the blanket, so the heads and the shoulders are dropping down. And you're looking for, if you happen to be wearing a bra band, you're going sort of to that space. If you don't have that as your measurement point, you think about sort of a nipple line space, okay? Or where you might wear a heart monitor if you were going for a run. So you're going to come, Carrie Ann, I'm going to have you move towards the window a little bit more. So I want it to be at the base of your shoulder blades, right across, yeah. And then you may discover that that creates that line of tension in the throat again. Do you want something behind your head?
Do you think I need it?
It's an option. Try it, and then if you don't like it, get rid of it. So for some people, it feels better to have their head propped. For others, it feels redundant. So just check in with your body. It's always important when we're practicing to be practicing for ourselves, not for the performance that we're putting on. So if Carrie Ann needs to adjust her props during this time, she's going to feel free to do that. Okay. And then I want you to let your arms fall out your sides and let yourself have big space for breath. We're going to go into 10 cycles of that 3-part breath, and then we'll come out of this pose. Empty all the way. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Let go from the bottom up. Belly, chest, ribs. Inhale, belly, chest, ribs, chest. Let go, belly, ribs, chest. Keep going with that space. You're just using the breath to slowly open up the muscles around your rib cage, around your spine. So many of these muscles we hold for long periods of time. These are, I'm going to come up with the right definition for what kind of muscle fibers these are. I believe they're slow twitch as opposed to fast twitch. So they're ones that are postural muscles. They hold us in place. And we tend to round forward. We tend to be rounded forward over keyboards. We tend to round forward while we're driving. Although miraculously, our family has not been driving the last couple of weeks. And when we're reading, all of these things, cooking, all of these front muscles get sort of contracted, and the back muscles are being overstretched. So we want to stretch out the back muscle space, the chest muscle space, the front body muscles, and bring a little bit of strength into the upper back. That's going to be a lot of our work today. We're going to also use the lower body in this space. Follow out 2 more breath cycles. Belly, ribs, chest, belly, ribs, chest. 1 more. Belly, ribs, chest. Falling belly, ribs, chest. Put your feet flat on the floor. Roll to the side. Ooh. And bring yourself around. Come hands and knees. And move through 3 cat-cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then come to neutral. Draw yourself right to the midline. Bring the back of your head up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as if that towel were still there. And then you're going to imagine the inner thighs coming together. Float your right leg up. Yes. Okay. As you float that leg up, your hip may follow it. So I want you to think about bringing the hip down slightly and reaching up through your inner thigh space. Hold on, 2 more breath spaces. Use the front body to support the back body. So think about engaging the belly space and making the tail long towards your heel. Release this knee down. Inhale, extend your other leg up. Draw the navel point in. Lift the rib space. Move your outer hip down, inner thigh up. Lift the back of your head and breathe. I feel like we're sitting in a dark tunnel today. Sorry, guys. And on your exhale, release your knee down. And let's press it back towards child's pose. 3 breaths here. And we're going to get rocking and rolling a bit. Inhale, come hands and knees. Exhale, draw the navel point in. Inhale, send 1 leg back, opposite arm out. Exhale, draw knee and elbow towards one another. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, set down. Inhale, opposite leg or other leg, opposite arm. Exhale, elbow and knee together. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, settle down, knee. And press back, child's pose. We'll take that exhale all the way to child's pose. So it's going to become a little flow. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, draw your navel point in. Inhale, 1 leg, opposite arm. Exhale, knee and chest together. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, settle down, press back towards child's pose or puppy dog. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, neutralize. Inhale, extend opposite arm and leg. Exhale, draw together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, set down, press back, child's pose or puppy dog. One more cycle. Inhale, up. Exhale, tone your navel. Inhale, one leg, opposite arm. Exhale, draw together, elbow and knee, arching high. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, set down. Inhale, opposite arm and leg. Exhale, knee and elbow together. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, set down, press back, child's pose. 3 breaths, let yourself go. Maybe you turn your hands up, maybe you take your hands behind you, and notice anything that you're ready to let go of, right? Maybe you've got some fear going on, maybe you've got some pain, maybe you've just been worrying and you want to let that space go for a moment. Come up, hands and knees on your inhalation. Reach one arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale and feed it through. Behind your other arm, shoulder goes down, then the side of the head. So we're coming into a little twisty space here. The arm that you're reaching towards might sneak ahead of your head on the floor. It might reach up towards the ceiling if that feels good for your body. Just notice what accommodations your hips make as you're going into that space. We want to feel the twist in the shoulders and the upper back, not so much in the butt and waist. As you exhale, bring your hand down. Inhale, unthread, reach up. Exhale, settle that hand down. Inhale, other arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, feed it through behind your wrist. Shoulder goes down, then the side of the head. The opposite arm can reach along the floor. It can reach up towards the ceiling. It could just stay by your face and press down to help you draw the shoulder blades towards one another. Yeah. And then scoot, yeah, same side hip away a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, hand down. Inhale, unweave, reach. Pardon me. Release your hand down. Press back, child's pose. Or adjust your clothing pose. Okay, from here, we're going to take it into a more active arm space. Spread your hands out nice and wide. Tuck your toes under. Let's draw the shoulder blades back. Lift the low ribs. Hover your knees off. Keep your knees low. Press your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, come forward. So you're hovering your knees off. Exhale, press back. Knees low, chest towards thighs. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, press back. We don't have Lance here to keep us from doing hard things. Inhale, he does all kinds of hard things. Exhale, press back. One more. Inhale, forward. Now, press back. Lift your bottom. You might keep your knees bent the whole time. Lift your bottom higher, higher, higher. Maybe move the weight into your fingertips. Perhaps extend one heel towards the earth and then bend that knee and extend the other heel towards the earth and bend that knee. We're going to go side to side twice more. One heel down, lift it, opposite heel down, lift it, other heel down, lift it. Sounds like we have 78 heels. Last one, lift. Push your chest towards your thighs. Bend your knees, push your chest towards your thighs, push your chest towards your thighs. See if you can drop both heels towards the floor. Keep the bum lifted and then slide forward. Knees go down, big toes together. Take your knees really wide, really, really, really wide. And lower your hips towards the floor. 3 breaths. Inhale, come up on your fingertips. Walk your fingertips over to the right, keeping your left hip on your left heel. As you go as far as you can to the right, draw the shoulder blades onto the back, and then think, reaching from your tailbone through the center of your chest and then out through the crown of your head. So the whole spine is getting a big old C curve here. So good. Inhale, lift up on your fingertips, walk neutral. Exhale and pause. It feels nice to pause. Let yourself have those pauses. And then let's come back up on the fingertips and walk over to the other side. Press your right hip down now towards your right heel as you're reaching long with, yes. And feel that C curve now happening on the other side. You might lift the heads of your shoulders slightly and elongate. Tailbone one way, crown of the head going in the other way. And then bring yourself back to neutral. Swing your, sit up, swing your legs around. Yep. And send your legs out ahead of you. Knees bent or legs straight. Either way that works for you so that you're not rocking back on your sit bones. Sit tall. Bring your arms out in front of you. Shoulder blades onto your back. Turn your palms. Sweep your hands back. Keep those shoulder blades rolling back. Bend your elbows and then slot your shoulder blades towards one another. Once you've got that slot, push your chest up towards the sky. Maybe you look up. Inhale here. Exhale, release towards neutral. Inhale, press, bend the elbows, lift. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, lift. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, lift. And then release yourself up. Walk your hands forward, float them up. And we're going to give ourselves just a little bit of strengthening work here. So press those heels down as much as you can. See if you can float your right leg off while you lift your chest. If you need to, you put your hands down. 2 more breaths. Settle the right heel towards the floor. Really dig it in. Pull it back towards you. Lift the other leg off. Lift your chest. Hands can always be down. They might be lifted. Make sure you're not taking tension into your face or your jaw as you're thinking about building strength through the belly for the spine. Release the foot down. Draw your knees in towards you. Drop them wide. So you're going, okay. We're negotiating spaces here. Drop them wide. Grab onto your ankles and move around in a circle. Inhale as your body comes forward. Exhale as you round back. Just mobilizing. Let everything feel free and easy. And then reverse directions. We're going to coordinate here. It's going to be awesome. Whoa. So here, this is something you could do for your hips. We did it yesterday for our hips. And we're doing it today for our spine because our hips are connected to our spine. Oh boy.
Whoa. What isn't connected to my spine?
What isn't connected to your spine? Nothing. Maybe your fingernails, not so much.
What about my toenails then?
Carrie Ann is going to ask complicated questions that I do not have good answers to. Everything is connected to your spine. Okay. Hands on your ankles, knees, or shins. And we're going to rock forward on the inhale. And rock back on the exhale. Rock forward on the inhale. Rock back on the exhale. Walk forward on the inhale. Rock back on the exhale. Come upright. Assist your knees together. Take them over to the right. Ease yourself around. Toes tuck under. Fingers come towards knees. Lift your knees off. Walk back. Chest to thighs. Hands to hips. Stand up. Annie Adamson style. Okay, we're going to move up and down. So set up your feet, hip distance, weight in the toes, weight in the balls of the feet, weight in the inner and outer heels. Inhale, reach up, soften your knees. You're going to bend your knees and fold forward, chest to thighs. Hands on your knees, your hips. Inhale, lift your spine into the middle of the room. Exhale, fold, chest to thighs. Push into your feet, hands on your hips. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands to your hips, bend your knees, fold forward. Hands somewhere on your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to hips. Inhale, rise up, reach up. One more time. Exhale, hands to hips. Bend your knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to hips. Inhale, reach up, draw up. Grab one wrist. Pull it over. Oh, we're doing opposites. Oh, goodness. Inhale, come up. Grab your other wrist. Pull it over. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release your arms. Let them swing a bit. Okay, we're going to move some weight into the legs a little bit here. I want you to step wide. Step wide. You want the front mat or the back mat? Just taking the back mat. Step wide. Step wide. Toes headed forward. Reach your arms forward. Draw the shoulder blades on your back and then reach your arms up. Soften your knees. Inhale. Bring your hands to your hips. Exhale. Fold forward. Hands to the floor or maybe onto a chair. Okay? Inhale. Halfway lift. Extend your spine. Exhale. Fold a little deeper. Shake your head, no. Nod your head, yes. And then do some, just, I don't know that you know because you can't see me. Do some amorphous movement. So any direction you want to go. Just let your head dangle, big heavy right foot. Press into your feet, soften your knees. Hands come to your hips. Come all the way up. Beautiful. Turn one set of toes out. Bend your knee. Press your foot down, gather your heels towards one another, float your arms up on your inhale. Exhale, stay. Inhale, reach back behind you. Exhale, glide forward. So we're going to go from warrior two. Here it is. Inhale, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, your side angle pose. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale to stay. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. We're going to go one more time. Inhale, come up. Exhale to stay. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, upright. Turn those toes forward. Opposite toes out. Bend your knee. Bring that outer hip back. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale to stay. Inhale, reach back. Nice job. Exhale, glide forward. Side angle pose. Inhale, Viparita Virabhadrasana, reverse angle. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale to stay. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, upright. Turn your toes, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Then come all the way to that halfway lift. Bring one hand on the floor, under where your chest is. Take the opposite hand towards your hip. Squeeze the inner thighs. We did this yesterday in our hip class. Squeeze your inner thighs, move your inner groins back. Don't let your hips move. Turn your chest. Breathe 3 times. Think about making the rotation happen with the work of the shoulder blades drawing together to push the chest forward as you rotate the spine. Maybe you reach up and then you bring your hand to the floor. Replace that hand underneath your heart. Roll both shoulders back. Opposite hand on your bottom or sacrum. Bend into your knees slightly. Inner groins back. Straighten the legs. Roll the shoulders. Turn your chest. 3 breaths. Think about the work of the shoulder blades. Together drawing your chest forward. Draw your rib cage back maybe, particularly the front ribs. Final inhalation, maybe you reach. Exhale, hands back to the floor. Dangle your head. Don't make weird noises. Nobody's there to hear you except your dog or your cat. Hands on your hips. Inhale, draw yourself upright. Step or hop your feet together. Oof, ah. All right, awesome. So we're going to look for continuing towards that rotation in the spine, finding some freedom in this space. Let's take the hands back behind us. And maybe your hands don't handily, interlace. If they do, you can go for that. If they don't, bring the backs of your hands to your bum. And we're going to draw the elbows back, shoulder blades back, and then notice what happened in your front body, right? Make sure you're not plopping everything forward or dropping everything back. So let's roll the shoulders back, draw the ribs back, inner groins back, reach your toes forward, lengthen through the center of your body. If you have your hands interlaced, you might wish to pull down. You might wish to float your hands back behind you. You might not wish to do either of those things. Release down, release, shake your hands out. Let your shoulders play. Maybe you let your hips play. Everything is a-okay. Take your hands back behind you again. If you interlaced before, do the opposite interlace. If you did not, backs of the hands to your bum is fine. Bring the tailbone down, inner groins back. Lift your low belly space up. Shoulders back. Stay. Drawing the chin in, press the long line through the spine. Or you take those hands straight down. Shoulder blades towards each other. Rib cage moving back. Maybe you reach the arms back behind you. Maybe you say no thank you. Inhale and exhale, release. Hands on your hips, right foot back, drop your right heel down. Gather the inner groins together, reach your arms up. If it's too much, bend your elbows, okay? I want you to pull your inner thighs together, track your tailbone down and lift up your low belly, back out of the bend in your forward knee. Press more weight down into your back heel, bend into the front knee. Hug the heels towards one another. Keep dragging that tail down. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, hands to your hips. Step your feet together. Inhale, tall. Exhale, step your other foot back. Drop that heel down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. If it's too much, you exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, straighten your forward leg so you're moving weight into your back heel. Draw that front hip back hip forward. Bend into the forward knee as you drag your tail down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands towards hips. Step your feet together. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, ground some energy. We're going to go twice more. Just moving. We're looking for some softness in the fronts of the thighs. We're looking for some strength here. Inhale where you are. Exhale, right foot back. Inhale, straighten the forward leg to move the weight back. Keep it. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, settle hands towards hips, feet come together. Inhale where you are. Exhale, opposite foot back. Inhale, straighten your forward leg to move the weight into your back heel. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands come together, feet step together. Not hands to your hips, sorry. Inhale where you are. Exhale, right foot back. Inhale, straighten out your forward leg. Bend in that back heel, not bend. Stomp the heel down, bend into your forward knee. Next inhalation sweeps the arms up. Exhale takes your hands to your hips, step your feet together. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, left foot back, left heel down. Inhale, straighten the forward leg. Keep weight in the back heel as you push into your forward knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands down, feet together. Inhale where you're at. Exhale, release your arms. Okay, we're going to land into warrior one and hold it for a moment. So take your right foot back. Think 2.5, 3 feet. If you can get your heel down, awesome, do it. Hug your inner thighs together. So you're drawing your right hip forward and your left hip back. Then see if you can stack your left knee over your left ankle. It may happen today, it may not. Make sure your back leg is straight and strong. So if your knees are objecting to any of this, take a wider stance. Hips are objecting to any of this, try that wider stance. Maybe alter the angle of your back foot, okay? Exhale, ground some energy. So think about pushing down into the earth. It's nice soft soil right now, all this fabulous rain we're having. Then left hand, left hip, reach your right arm up. We're gonna keep the forward knee bent, lengthen forward, lengthen forward, lengthen forward. Bring your right hand to the outside of your left thigh, left knee space. Push down into your right heel, that's your back heel. Push down into that one. Grow your left hip back. Draw the center of your chest up. Turn your chest to the left. 3 breaths. Inhale, sweep the arms up, come out of your twist. Exhale, stack your feet together, land down, ground something. Pay attention to your heart rate here. Just notice how you're going or not. That'd be nice. Inhale, exhale, left foot back. Drop that left heel down, take the space you need. So notice if you need to walk out to the side to make your hips comfortable, if you need to change the angle of your back foot to make your knees comfortable, do it, okay? Then you hug the inner thighs together. Press powerfully through your back heel. Draw the tail down. Reach your left arm up. Then we're going to think about this right hip is going to want to jut forward. I'm going to draw my right hip back, 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 back as I lean forward. Then the left hand swings to the outside of the right knee. Right hand can rest on the bum. I'm going to still think about that outer hip sweeping back and turn my chest towards the right. 3 breaths. On your inhale, reach up. There's warrior one. Exhale, step your feet together, stand tall. Feel proud of all of the sensation running through your body. We are going to come down towards the floor. I'm going to cue it fancy. If you don't have a fancy, that's okay. You don't have to do it. Just get down to your belly. The other thing is I'm going to want you to have your towel nearby. And if you're on a slidey floor, that's best. But I will also cue it thinking about if you're on carpet, okay? Or something less slidey. So from wherever you're at, inhale and reach your arms up. Bend your knees a lot. Exhale, fold your chest towards your thighs. Hands land down. Right foot goes back. Right knee goes down. Left foot goes back. Left knee goes down. Then we're going to stick our butt back. Bend our elbows and drop the chest and the chin towards the earth. Walk your feet back here. Stack your forearms. Rest your forehead. Take a few breaths. So I'm going to make sure you have a clear image here because I want you guys to see what's going to happen. Oh. All right, there's the amazing Carrie-Ann right there. I'm going to move her towel towards her mat space. And I think I'm gonna ask her to scoot back a bit. We'll figure it out. So you wanna have enough space ahead of you so that your arms can extend out. Let's work the legs first, just to get into the hamstrings a bit, to get into the back body. So start by pressing the tops of your feet down. Really press down into the tops of the feet. Fabulous. Elongate the tailbone towards the heels. On your inhale, lift one leg up. Doesn't matter which leg. Exhale, set it down and think about reaching back. Inhale the opposite leg up. And as you exhale, reach it back. Yeah, nice. Inhale, first leg up. Yes, keep it lifted. Imagine you're going to touch an elevator button with that back toe. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. No, you're pointing. Point that toe away. Yeah, reach and engage the belly as well. So as you engage the belly, notice if you can get more reach out of that space. And then settle the foot down. And lift your opposite leg up from the inner groin. Reach up, yes. Lengthen, 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 like you're going to touch an elevator button. Draw your navel point in so you can track your tailbone towards your opposite heel. Nice, yes, and then release down. Fabulous. And then we're just going to walk the feet that way. Inhale, one leg up. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, the other leg up. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, first leg up. Reach, set it down. Inhale, second leg up. Reach, set it down. Inhale, first leg, and add the second leg. Oh, yeah. Set down. Inhale the second leg. Add the first leg. And set down. Bend your knees. She didn't like that one. I'm getting a Actually, I'm just getting a I don't know whether that's like or hate. Bend your, let your feet flop. Side to side. Feet flop. She's toying with me. What a kid. Okay. Fabulous kid. Now you're going to use your legs as an anchor point. So you're going to really let your feet go back behind you, and I'm going to rearrange Carrie Ann here. So while you're getting your feet heavy, Carrie's going to get off her mat, and I'm going to scoot her mat back a little bit. Okay, come on back. Use your feet as anchors. Think about burying your toes in the earth and gathering your inner heels together. We tend to let the feet sort of bow out, and we want to draw, yes, the feet straight back behind us. Then add, yes, tailbone, she's already in it, low belly space. Bring your hands to your towel above your mat. And get them close to the edge. So elbows bent, towel close to the front edge, the near edge. Yeah, there. So as we inhale, you're going to push the towel away. And exhale, draw the towel in, lift your head. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw the towel in, lift your head and shoulders. Nice. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw in, lift. Yeah. So from those anchored feet, now if you're on carpet, you're going to just imagine that space. You're going to float your hands, lift up, exhale, reach out. Inhale, lift up, exhale, reach out. Two more. Inhale, exhale, pull back and lift up. Nice. Inhale, exhale, pull back in, lift up. Inhale, exhale, pull back in, lift up, and then release down. Coming to Sphinx pose. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. So you press your forearms down, bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Yes, what oftentimes happens here is that low back gets really grouchy about this. How's your low back feeling here? Yeah. Hers is feeling okay. She's also, not very old yet. So that's awesome for her. The rest of us may have to think a little bit more about bringing the ribs back, about toning the navel point, and about taking the tailbone down. So we're getting lots of length into the lumbar spine, into the low back space. Then you press down through your elbows, draw the shoulder blades together like we did against the towel, and push the shoulder blades forward to broaden the collarbones. Oh, how's that feel? I'm getting the a lot today. I'm winning. Yes, mother is winning. 2 more breaths. And then release your elbows out to the sides, rest your forehead. If it feels good to you, I know it doesn't feel good to Carrie Ann because she told me, but if it feels good to you, rocking your head, your forehead across the backs of your hands might be really yum. So let your forehead rest and rock across. Okay, we're going to rebury the legs. Draw that tailbone down. Fabulous. You guys are doing great. Bring your hands by your sides. Sorry, that was inaccurate. Hands under your shoulders. How about that? We're going to go to a little baby cobra pose. So press your hands down, lift the heads of the shoulders up. Nope. Just you're going to hover about 1.5 inches off the floor. Draw your chin back and just think about those shoulder blades gathering together. Chin in, not chin. Back of the neck is really long. Keep breathing here. See if you can float your hands up off the floor. And then settle down, release. We're going to do that 3 more times because it was so yum. Inhale where you are. Exhale, spread your hands, draw your shoulder blades back. Inhale, hover your chest off the floor. Then add your hands. Lower down. She's on her own program here. Inhale where you are. Exhale, lift the heads of your shoulders. Inhale, lift your chest and head. Exhale, hands off. Inhale, stay. Exhale, release down. Inhale where you're at. Exhale, retract your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, hover your hands off. Remember to drag your tailbone back. Float. And then release down. Final one this way. Inhale, lift your heads of the shoulders. Exhale, ground. Inhale, lift the head and neck. Exhale, hover the hands. Inhale, stay. Exhale, release. So good for the upper back. Bend your knees. Let your feet fall side to side. I'm checking in on the time. Time just flies when I'm teaching yoga. All right. If it would feel good to your body right now, a down dog might be yummy. If a down dog does not sound yummy, I'm going to give you 2 options. One is to come towards child's pose. That might feel really good. Or 2 is to say, I know she's heading to our backs because that's what happens next. And bring your knees into your chest. So one of those 3 places you need to take. Down dog, child's pose, or Apanasana, wind relieving pose. Fortunately, there aren't a lot of people around to hear you relieve wind, so go for it. In yoga class, it's a little bit more embarrassing, but at your house, release that wind. See? Nothing but huns from this child today. She's loving me. Okay, everybody's going to come over onto their backs in the next 3 breaths. And I learned something cool today. So we're going to do it. Ooh, I did. Draw your knees into your chest. Extend your left leg towards the floor. Hold on to your right knee with your left hand and draw your right knee across your body. You can go ahead and release your right arm to the side and roll up on your left hip so you're more sideline. Yes. We want to keep the right shoulder down. But now, the trick is to push your knee actually up into your hand. So the knee is resisting up, so like try to push me away as you're drawing down with your hand. Yeah, and that gives a little bit more broadening to the low back space. And you can think about drawing the outer right hip away. If it's not yum for you or interesting for you, you can always not do it because I'm not there to see you. Ha ha. But take a few breaths in this space. Play with that sense of pushing the hand into the knee into the hand, and notice what that does for the low back space. I found it really intriguing this morning in my practice. Then go ahead and release the hand. Bring your right knee back into your chest. Hug it in, because it's a fabulous right knee. And then extend the right leg to the floor. Draw the left knee into the chest. Hug it in. And release the left arm to the floor and take your left knee across your body. Then you're going to do that little push-pull action. So your right hand is going to cup that knee and try to push it down while the knee tries to lift up. And see if you can find a little bit more elongation through the outer hip. And then notice if that opens up your sense of your low back there. Keep breathing, because it is yoga after all, and that's kind of a necessary element. We're looking yoga to yoke sensation to awareness, yoke, mind to body, yoke ourselves into the present moment. Be present with what's happening in our spaces. Including hunger. All right. Draw the knee up. Hug in. Okay. Carrie-Ann's going to take a quick break, and I'm going to keep talking. You're going to want your belt or strap nearby at this point. Find that. And then we're going to bring ourselves onto the mat here. Elbows by your sides. Roll your shoulders back. Press your feet down. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, release your bottom. Press your feet down. Drag them back towards your shoulders as your shoulders are reaching towards your heels. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release your bottom. Option to use the strap now, or belt, if your feet, heels are fairly close by. If they're a ways away, then skip this part and just come back to a sustained bridge pose. So this would be your option one, elbows stay down and move into your bridge pose, stay here. Option two is to bring the belt across the tops of your ankles and then reach as low on that belt as you can. Roll right shoulder back, roll left shoulder back, press down into your feet, inhale, lift your hips up, and then you push your shins forward as you draw your tailbone long. Exhale and release down. Undo with the strap on one side so you can pull it through. Draw your right knee in towards your chest and jiggle your legs. So make things soft a bit. We're going to do the whole Supta Padangusthasana cycle. That's the hand to big toe cycle. And we'll use the strap to help us out. So strap goes around the ball of the right foot. Extend to the best of your ability your right leg up towards the sky And then you want to make sure that your shoulders are not involved, that your shoulders are grounding. So you may hold way low on the strap. Check out. So even though it's a back class, we're going to still check in with the body mechanics of the legs. Push your big toe mound, pinky toe mound evenly towards the heel. Heel, good God. Ceiling. Inner heel moves out so you can't see it. Make sure your kneecap is lining up with your shoulder joint. Bend your knee, draw the toes closer to your face, and re-extend the leg. Maybe don't do that, depending on what sensation you're getting. There's sighing and whatnot happening near me. Then we're going to hold on to the belt with your right hand and open the right hip to the right. You want to make sure that you're not rolling the whole body, right? So I'm now using Carrie-Ann as a pillow. It's really nice, but it's not doing anything for my stretch. So I'm going to come back up, plant my left hip down, use my left hand to stay down as I open up. And if we were in class, you'd be worried about your toes going into somebody else's face. But since you're at home, you don't have to worry about that unless you're practicing with your daughter who's tickling your feet. All right, come up. She doesn't know that she's coming over here. I can tickle her now. Okay, now you might choose to release your left leg down as you take your right leg. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Then think about that stretch we just took. Push your knee back up towards the sky a little bit and drop your outer right hip away. Re-straighten the leg. Oh, yes. Super yum.
Checked if I did that.
A lot. She's humming me today. I've been hummed. All right, lift up. Undo the right leg. Put the right foot on the floor. Put your left foot on the floor. Take a moment. Take a moment. I want you to take a whole moment. A whole moment to annoy somebody. And you're like, no. Okay. Lift your bum up a little bit. Jiggle your butt around. Reset it to the floor. Draw your left knee in towards you. Put the strap on the ball of your left foot and start to extend towards the ceiling. Ooh, it's a party. Okay.
But you don't really want to be yet.
Yeah, it's a frat party and everybody's drunk. Okay. Not so much fun for the sober people in the room. Push the ball of your foot evenly towards the ceiling. Move your inner heel out. Line your kneecap up with your armpit. You can always keep the knee soft, right? You only want to be in the space where you're getting sensation. If you have closer to go, you soften the knee, bring the shin towards your face a little bit more, and then re-extend. Not everybody has more to go. And if you are going to more, you want to make sure your butt's not lifting up off the floor, that you're keeping your hip grounded, your butt cheeks are grounded as you take that more. Right leg can stay knee bent, or right leg can extend. Open, left knee, left leg. Notice how that right hip wants to roll up. Come back up, plant the right hip down. Maybe even you take your right hand and plant it down as you open to the left. Take a breath or two, soften your shoulders, soften your gaze. Come up, left, right hand to your straps. Extend your right leg long. Take. Oh yeah, it's a party. Party. Push your knee up towards the sky. Drag your outer hip away. Ooh.
We're done.
Carrie's done.
Yeah.
Don't be done. Stay with it. If there's sensation, it means it needs to be stretched. Oh, this is why you don't practice with your mother. Ow! And then come back.
I did it.
She did it. Okay.
She's
She's done. Okay. Both feet on the floor, knees bent, lift your bum, jiggle your butt cheeks, jiggle your belly. Resettle your bottom down. Bend both knees. Bring your hands to the backs of your thighs, soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Hug down on your thighs. So you're pulling your knees towards the earth. Push up with the soles of your feet and then try to flatten your tailbone, your sacrum towards the earth. So your pelvis towards the earth as you're pushing your feet up towards the ceiling. If it feels good to you to grab your ankle joints, you could do that. Maybe you could grab the outside edges of your feet. Really work on pulling the tailbone back towards the floor. 3 more breaths. Hopefully this one's more enjoyable than the hip stretch. It's a different kind of hip stretch.
The last one, the hip stretch?
The last one was the hip stretch.
It was leg stretching for me.
The Supdang Padangustasana cycle was not Carrie-Ann's favorite. Nope. She's fully admitting it.
Legs and straps do not mix in my body.
A whole segment of yoga she is going to eliminate entirely. Okay, release your feet to the floor. It is time to relax. You might wish to pull your towel roll over and glide it behind your knees or your thighs. I'm just giving options. She wants to know why. For people who have a sore back, it feels good. She doesn't have a sore back, so she's not going to do that.
If my legs are going down, why would my legs are staying here, why would I need it?
Parenting moment is happening right now.
Oh.
Oh. All right. And now let's release into the pose. Finding your Shavasana, closing your eyes, letting yourself soften. I'm going to move you into a progressive relaxation. Right great toe, left great toe, right second toe, left second toe, right third toe, left third toe, right fourth toe, left fourth toe, right pinky toe, left pinky toe, sole of the right foot, sole of the left foot, top of the right foot, top of the left foot, right ankle, left ankle, right shin and calf, left shin and calf, right knee, left knee, whole right thigh, whole left thigh, right hip and buttock, left hip and buttock, whole pelvis, whole belly, whole rib cage, whole chest, right shoulder, left shoulder, right upper arm, left upper arm, right elbow, left elbow, right lower arm, left lower arm, right wrist, left wrist, palm of the right hand, palm of the left hand, back of the right hand, back of the left hand, right thumb, left thumb, right index finger, left index finger, right middle finger, left middle finger, right ring finger, left ring finger, right pinky finger, left pinky finger, back of the neck, front of the throat, right ear, left ear, whole jaw, whole tongue, roof of the mouth, right cheek, left cheek, right nostril, left nostril, right eyeball, left eyeball, center of the forehead, back of the head, crown of the head, whole head, whole body, whole body. Stay and just be. I'm just going to give you the last 2 stanzas of the poem today. Diane Wachowski, thanking my mother for piano lessons. Final 2 stanzas. I want to thank my mother for letting me wake her up sometimes at 6 in the morning when I practiced my lessons, and for making sure I had a piano to lay my school books down on every afternoon. I haven't touched the piano for 10 years, perhaps in fear that what little love I've been able to pick, like lint, out of the corners of pockets, will get lost, slide away, into the terrible empty cavern of me if I ever open it all the way up again. Love is a man with a mustache, gently holding me every night, always being there when I need to touch him. He could not know the painfully loud music from the past that his loving stops from pounding, banging, battering through my brain, which does its best to destroy the precious, precarious gray matter when I am alone. He does not hear Mrs. Hillhouse's canary singing for me, liking the sound of my lesson this week, telling me, confirming what my teacher says, that I have a gift for the piano. Few of her other pupils had. When I touch the man I love, I want to thank my mother for giving me piano lessons all those years, keeping the memory of Beethoven, a deaf, tortured man, in mind, of the beauty that can come from even an ugly past. Letting the beauty of this moment, of a quiet space and a calm body, fill you. Knowing that there will most likely be 1,000 other sensations today. Let this one right now be huge. The feeling of those waves of relaxation. The comfort of knowing other people are practicing with you. If you're here in Southern California, the sound of rain while you are safe and dry. Letting this moment be bigger and stronger and more beautiful. Because you're feeling it. Because your whole body is in it with you. wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. Stretching your body in any way that feels good. Or maybe staying right where you are, because that's what you need for today. The two of us are going to sign off. Touch your hands in front of your heart space and lift your chest. Inhale, filling up this amazing body that you have. And exhale, bow your head. The light that floats and dances and shines inside of me celebrates, uplifts that same light, dancing and floating and shining inside of you. Thank you for your practice. Thank you guys for being here. Have a beautiful Thursday. Bye-bye.